Mounjaro, Mounjaro, Mounjaro journey, Mounjaro, Mounjaro, Mounjaro journey. Hello, gorgeous. Welcome to another update. This is going to be my 1 week update on Mounjaro. So let's go ahead and get right into it because I am going to give you my weight status and my symptoms and have I actually recovered from that. Do I still feel the same way that I felt the first 5 days when I talked to you guys last week when I did my live? You know, have my fingers gone down, as far as the swelling in my feet and ankles. So let's go ahead and get right into this video. But first, your girl got to do the she is Tamika and Tamika is she. Hey, she is Tamika and Tamika is she. Hey, she is Tamika and Tamika is me. Hello. Go ahead and get right into the weights. Make sure you stay to the end of the video because I'm going to give you more updates about how I am going to be posting all of my Mounjaro videos, okay? So, those who do not know and did not remember that your girl started Mounjaro on my birthday, which was August 13th. I started on a Wednesday, but going forward, my injection days will be on Friday. As you just saw that I did a injection video of week 2. So we are discussing week 1's symptoms and how much weight I lost. So because I started on a Wednesday instead of starting on Friday, I know we are just a little bit behind. All right, so I started off with my weights at 153 pounds, 0.8, and then 7 days later, August 19th, I was at 148 pounds, 0.8. So I lost a total of 5 pounds. Now, no, I'm not really trying to lose weight. Again, I did say I wanted to drop at least 10 pounds just to help with the inflammation that I was starting to have after quitting Zepbound for 5 months. I did go on a weight gain journey because of the body dysmorphia, because I did get down to my lowest of 133 pounds on Zepbound. So you may want to check out those videos to see how I was able to transition out of Zepbound into a weight gain journey to feel comfortable with my body and get some curves and stuff in, and then how I was able to drop 9 pounds of the 24 pounds that I gained on purpose, and then now I'm on the Mounjaro journey. So I did also talk about the Caremark and how I was able to stay within the tirzepatide family, but of course, Caremark dropped Zepbound, so now I'm on Mounjaro as an off-label, okay? I do not have diabetes. All right, so with me dropping 5 pounds, I will say some of that just came from my body just trying to get used to the medication all over again. And because I did start it on a Wednesday on my birthday, knowing that I'm going out to eat, I ate out twice, Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday I did talk about how I was all of that impacted me. So I was swollen Friday, I was swollen Saturday, Sunday my body was not as swollen, but it was just really hard to eat. Like I was going hours without eating, especially on Saturday and Sunday, but I was able to just get through it. I mean, I had to take some apple cider vinegar, and I know those who did watch my vlog, y'all did give me some great tips in the video on how to get some of the swelling, especially my fingers and ankles and feet and stuff, because I was swollen, like I said, for 2 days. But thank you for those tips. What else happened? Monday, I actually felt better. So that was day 6 and 7. Monday and Tuesday, I was able to eat fine, eat all of my 3 meals, not having to space everything out. So the satiety did kick in, but the suppression was no longer there like it was before. I think a lot of it had to do with me just eating out restaurant food. I am like that regardless, whether if I'm on GLP-1 or not. My body just gets overwhelmed with all of that processed and high fatty foods and stuff like that, and it just takes a long time for my digestion to break it down. So of course swelling happens, and then bloating happens. So all of that in conjunction on top of the GLP-1 medication, it just was like a whole lot on my body. I knew within a few days I would start to feel a little bit better, but sadly it just took 5 days for my stomach to get back to its normal regular program, if I should say that. But I was working out, strength training and stuff. I was able to get in, I think, 3 full days of strength training from Monday through Saturday, because I am on the 75 soft challenge. So I am producing a whole lot of shorts. Every day I'm producing shorts. So if you ever want to keep up with me on that journey. So just know that I'm not just taking this medication just to be taking it. No, I've learned my lesson. Strength training, resistance training, body weight training, and doing a little bit less cardio is going to help me to maintain my muscle mass that I gained, especially during my weight gain journey off of Zepbound during those 5 months. So I don't want to lose that, and which is why I say I don't want to drop a whole lot of weight. I'm just trying to get my body used to the medication, taking it weekly, and then progress from every 14 days and then progress to once a month, because this is a maintenance phase for me, not a weight loss phase. So I have to constantly tell my brain that. As far as like any other symptoms, I would say this is going to go into week 2, but I don't want to talk too much about week 2. But as far as like my taste buds, they are changing. I noticed during the week that I love having Greek yogurt and granola and some fruit if I don't have a protein shake for breakfast. My stomach was so irritated with the granola and the Greek yogurt mixed together. So I didn't like that. I do remember complaining about granola during my Zepbound journey and Wegovy journey, that granola just does not mix well with me when I'm on the medication. But we'll see, since I am currently now in week 2, and I've noticed that I've been able to have granola like as a pre-workout snack before I strength train, and I'm fine as long as I have a small portion of it. No any other weird symptoms. I am cold. I'm back cold again. I do get chill bumps, but my goodness, the freezingness is like different now. I can tell. I am starting to notice some headaches, but I'm not sure if that's coming from a menstrual cycle that's getting ready to come on. Cravings, I would say my food noise, it's maybe out of 5. Okay, it's maybe out of 5. I am having a lot more sweets. My first week I was eating a lot more sweets than normal. I'm eating the cookies, I've been eating some candy and stuff, but I think it's mainly because I feel like something is getting ready to happen in my menstrual area. So, and I just got my menstrual cycle back in July, because I went almost 7 months without one for the year of 2025. So how I combat that is just by eating like low carb ice cream, and I love the chocolate flavor of Breyer's ice cream, so I eat that. But other than that, I don't have any other symptoms. I think that is pretty much all that I have as far as like the update on the weight loss and symptoms. So let me go ahead and just share with you as far as like how the videos and how I'm going to be producing them out going forward. So like I said, I'm already in week 2, but I wanted to give you week 1 update because that was supposed to have been out on Friday, this past Friday. So today at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time, I will be talking about my overall symptoms within the first week. So we'll be able to converse back and forth in live, okay? So on Fridays, every Friday, you will get 1 injection video and 1 weight loss and symptom update video. So if I don't get both of those out on Friday, one will come out Friday, the next one will come out Saturday, and then the live will come out on Sunday, so I can just interact with you more in real time. So that is basically all that I have for my update, and make sure you have your post notifications turned on, and make sure you hit the thumbs up button for your girl. Thank you so much for watching. See you later at 4:30. If not, honey, just catch the replay and make sure you say replay game here. Thank you so much, Tam Nation. I will see you later. Goodbye, gorgeous.